nearly blind teenage girl Piper and her older stepbrother Andy find themselves completely alone after their father's death. Since Andy isn't yet 18, he can't become Piper's legal guardian, but a lonely woman named Laura, who recently lost her own daughter, offers to take them in. Her house also shelters a strange, silent boy named Oliver. From their very first days there, Andy senses something deeply wrong with this family, and Laura's hospitality doesn't seem entirely selfless. Whether you'll enjoy a film depends on countless factors, many surprisingly unrelated to its objective quality. You might dislike its genre, resent its casting choices, or even be swayed by your mood when pressing play. But expectations matter most. Did you stumble upon this movie randomly, giving it a chance with zero anticipation? Or did glowing reviews prime you for a masterpiece? This dynamic shapes every popular film's reception. Initial enthusiasm from undemanding viewers gives way to backlash from overhyped audiences feeling shortchanged. Only after these pendulum swings few times does a film find its rightful place. We saw this recently with Sinners, an original but flawed film arguably overpraised at launch. Now Bring Her Back faces similar recalibration. Why has this film attracted so much attention? Because its creators, Australian brothers Danny and Michael Philippou, impressed audiences a few years ago with the meta-horror Talk to Me, and have now successfully avoided the sophomore slump that derails so many promising newcomers. Just remember Richard Kelly, who followed his generation-defining Donnie Darko with the muddled Southland Tales. Bring Her Back is by no means a failure. It's a strong film that works both as horror and as a psychological drama about loss, intimacy, and how different people process grief. The film features three key characters, each fascinating in their own way. Piper is a bright, sunny girl who can only see shadows, but hasn't lost her will to live or faith in people. Her brother Andy isn't a boy, but a man who, despite his youth, has experienced much, having been on both sides of abuse, and has now devoted his life to caring for his sister. Laura is a psychologist with 20 years of experience, who understands exactly how children's minds work and uses this knowledge to gaslight and manipulate. What she wants becomes clear fairly quickly, but the filmmakers reveal their cards slowly, continually adding details, nuances, and small touches to the characters' portrayals, motivations, and personalities. By the third act, we fully understand and in some way sympathize with every participant in the story. So why all this talk about expectations? Because if you watch Bring Her Back, hoping for pure, relentless horror, you might be disappointed. Yes, there are terrifying scenes, and the atmosphere sometimes thickens like tar, but these elements feel more like background than substance. The Philippou brothers clearly tried to please fans of their debut by occasionally including graphic, bloody scenes, but these moments seem unnecessary, as if the directors feared the film would be considered not horror enough without them. They don't advance the plot or develop the characters, they're just there, like obligatory genre tropes. But if you don't approach this as conventional horror and instead view it as a dark psychological drama with supernatural elements, it reveals its full power. Only if you're willing to meet it on these terms will you experience this potent, profound film that in many ways surpasses the brothers' debut.